The Archbishop Stepinac High School School Improvement Plan, as delivered to the Archbishop Stepinac Educational Community by Mr. Kevin Agee, Class of '94, and Director of Academic Support. As a standard bearer in curriculum innovation, Archbishop Stepinac High School provides young men with a highly competitive academic program that leverages our blended learning platforms and project-based learning pedagogy to equip students with skills to become globally competitive. Students are provided with a diverse range of extracurricular programs that foster diversity, as well as social, emotional, and spiritual growth based on solid Roman Catholic, societal, and moral values inspired by our patron, Blessed Aloysius Stepinac. It's our goal that Stepinac students will become responsible and ethical leaders in society. To this end, all of our stakeholders, including faculty and staff, provide them with tools necessary for post-secondary success. We also instill in them a lifelong desire to lead through service. Our students are challenged to reach their full potential in an ever-changing world through a supportive and inspiring atmosphere, which imbues a strong sense of camaraderie that is unique to the Stepinac experience. Our vision: Archbishop Stepinac High School prepares students to become responsible, ethical leaders in a society who are globally competitive and successful in the future. The theory of action that we as a school believe and pose is that through communications, aligned curricula, innovative leadership, service learning, and shared Christian values, we will challenge our Stepinac community to become active, contributing citizens to society. The school improvement plan that we are proposing looks at a systems thinking approach because we feel the systems thinking approach is the best way to impact our school and lead to meaningful change. There are several reasons why. It's holistic. We viewed our district as a whole. In addition to viewing it as a whole, we consider the multiple parts. We've implemented a strategic plan, which is a long-term plan that's based on the impact of our current goals and future success. The systems thinking approach is collaborative and communicative. We intend to eliminate the silos between the respective departments, administration, and support services in an attempt to have them all work together as one to achieve our common goal. Equity and inclusion will allow us to identify inequities and establish equitable outcomes for each and every student in the Stepinac community. The systems thinking approach will also allow us to be agile. We will strengthen our district to adapt to the changing conditions in the school community. We will take a sustainable problem resolution approach by identifying root causes and determining lasting solutions. In that, our decision making will be informed where we consider the long-term effects and unexpected consequences of any decisions that we decide to undergo. We will work to optimize our resources and acknowledge the interdependencies and reduce duplicative efforts from the various teachers, staff members, and other stakeholders in our community. Our goal is to have continuous improvement, to engage in practices that foster ongoing change, and make sure that that change is something that we continue to think about and continue to revisit as Archbishop Stepinac continues to grow and move on into the future. We have 5 strategic institutional pillars that we will be using as a part of our strategic change. Catholic mission is our first one. Just as the Gospel of Matthew states, the golden rule is the way of life. In everything, we at Stepinac want to strive to do unto others as we would have them do unto us. This is our cornerstone for our code of conduct for Stepinac student life. Our student experience is our second pillar. Archbishop Stepinac is viewed as a real-world school. We strive to fill each incoming class with students who serve diverse career interests, but are ready to aim in one direction, forward. Through our teaching and leading, we will recruit and retain talented, seasoned staff and a versatile faculty committed to providing the best secondary experience for each Stepinac student. Having those students focus on high achievement and developing essential skills that are necessary to transition into the real world. The function of Stepinac and our facility will continue to focus on building a safe and robust campus for all students, faculty, and staff. We will continue to integrate state-of-the-art resources and upgrade our learning spaces to be more adaptable to meet the needs of our students. And lastly, our communications and connection efforts. We want to do a better job at communicating with all of the stakeholders in our community and the other groups and people who are associated with our community. To that end, we will effectively communicate the need to invest in the future leaders of tomorrow with the entire Stepinac community, as well as the greater community and those interested in our school's mission and vision. So as we step through each of our 5 pillars, there are goals that are associated with each one that we as a school community intend to achieve. So the first pillar, our Catholic mission, we will create a new code of conduct. Our student government will work with our Dean of Students to create a student-centered code. We will have a school-wide recognition for students who adhere to policies and procedures. That will be our way to celebrate the behaviors that we want to see and encourage positive behaviors from students in the community. We'll also use admissions announcements, classes, and publications to share our new code of conduct with the community. Our second goal is to enrich religious education. Our religion curriculum will be focused more on Catholicism and celebratory rituals. We want to increase student engagement in school-wide Mass and our Eucharistic service. Doing that will also allow us to foster interfaith dialogue across the Stepinac community. The third goal of our Catholic mission pillar is to foster student charity. Our campus ministry will expand community service offerings to increase the participation and awareness of our students. Monthly publications will go out explaining what is happening in the community, as well as events and drives. We also plan to introduce a matching donation program in conjunction with local charities to encourage student fundraising and help students better understand the importance of helping others and service. Our second pillar is the student experience. The goals associated with the student experience include cultivating a student body aligned with the school's mission, balancing academics through design, achievement, and recognition, and fostering student charity. By cultivating our student body, we want to determine our ideal student capacity by analyzing our space, faculty and staff costs, our family's ability to pay tuition, and our ability as a school to fundraise. We also intend to expand recruitment efforts to attract a more diverse student body. We will increase freshman retention by collecting data to identify transfer causes and develop solutions to avoid students wanting to leave the school. Our second goal is to balance academics through design, achievement, and recognition. We intend to incorporate universal design for learning principles, also known as UDL, to enhance our student learning. We want to expand our learning specialist role to include co-teaching and scaffolded instruction. And we're going to expand the frequency of classroom observations to identify exemplary teaching practices and pinpoint areas for professional growth. We'll foster student charity by campus ministry, expanding community service offerings, and also having monthly events. Our third pillar, teaching and learning, has goals associated with it that focus on our teachers and staff. Our first goal is to restructure our compensation package, to develop a new compensation structure with increases over the next 3 years based on tenure, education, and merit. We'll also create a fellowship program that provides faculty with stipends for teaching high-need subjects, honors, and advanced placement courses. There'll be a new merit-based pay system as well with incentive programs that reward faculty and staff with raises and bonuses for achieving performance goals, such as student outcome, innovative practices, and leadership contributions. Our second goal is to empower teachers with robust classroom support. We will be developing a new mentorship program for our first-year teachers. We'll also be providing access to counseling, stress management resources, and wellness initiatives to help our faculty manage the demands of teaching. And we will support teachers with constructive feedback through observations and evaluations that emphasize professional growth and development. And our third goal, elevating professional development, will consist of providing ongoing professional development to keep pace with teacher and staff needs. To that end, we'll try to reduce burnout by offering strategies to manage the challenges of classrooms. And lastly, keep faculty abreast of the latest education research, technological advances, and emerging trends. Our fourth pillar focuses on our function and faculty and facility. We have 3 goals associated with that. A 3-year comprehensive facility plan where we will identify and address critical needs of the school campus. We will also create a detailed roadmap for proposed initiatives and expenditures and reorganize school-wide maintenance standards and procedures. Our second goal is to enhance campus security measures. We'll establish a task force with the Dean's Office and administration to analyze our security plans and develop a security report to propose additional cameras and cybersecurity training. We'll also conduct annual training for faculty and staff on fire drills, lockdown procedures, and all other emergency response protocols. Our third goal is to reimagine our learning spaces and streamline our operations. We will accomplish that by transforming our classrooms into active learning centers, by identifying new opportunities to enhance efficiency across finance, admissions, advancement, and academics, and also developing a strategic plan and a budget for implementation, including a comprehensive training program. Our fifth pillar is community engagement and strategic communication. Both community engagement and communications are extremely important as we continue to share and spread the message of Archbishop Stepinac in our school community, in our local community, and even as we move into the global stage of positioning ourselves as a model school. So our first goal is to position Stepinac as a multidimensional forward leader. We will develop and execute a communications plan, engaging our faculty, alumni, students, and parents to strengthen a unified Stepinac brand identity and message. We also will launch a revamped website that clearly conveys Stepinac's identity and values to the local and global community. Our second goal is to drive community engagement and giving through strategic advancement. We will institute transformative standards for information management in the advancement office to optimize efficiency, impact, and reporting excellence. We'll fortify donor stewardship with a consistent outreach plan and annual contribution report. We'll also bolster alumni engagement by designing a reunion strategy, increasing alumni services, and launching career networking and infinity groups. Our school improvement plan also has 3 priority areas that we want to drill down and focus on a little bit more. The first one is student experience. We will have several activities, action steps, evidence, monitoring steps, and timelines for each of our planned priority areas. So for our student experience, we will analyze school practices and behaviors in the building around cultural responsiveness. Our action steps will be assessing feelings or perceptions of cultural diversity and sensitivity. We'll use Google Forms and questionnaires to get an idea of how our students feel. We'll also organize focus groups with students, staff, and families. And we'll review available school data on diversity, equity, and inclusion. We'll be disseminating survey responses to the educational community and use minutes from our focus groups and the New York State report card data as evidence and artifacts. We will monitor student experience by identifying patterns and trends based on survey data and review focus group notes for common themes and insightful details into perspectives on diversity. We'll also take monitoring activities by disaggregating data by race and ethnicity. The timeline for the student experience priority will be ongoing. Our second planned priority area is teaching and learning. The activities we will undergo is to create a culture focused on change and continuous school improvement. We will work to foster collaboration across departments and stakeholders to align goals and resources for targeted performance. Some of the action steps we'll take to accomplish that is to create cross-departmental professional learning communities, or PLCs. We'll provide growth mindset training and also identify key performance indicators aligned with our vision. Evidence of that will come from our PLC action plans, agendas for meetings, and we'll also create a dashboard and track targets. We will do monitoring by doing periodic reviews and conducting surveys. The timeline for teaching and learning priority will also be ongoing. Our third priority area is family and community engagement. Some of the activities that we will undergo to ensure that family and community are engaged is to plan parent-teacher organizations to serve as advocates for the school for improvement and change. We'll also organize family nights and events that encourage families to participate and engage as a school community. We will establish a school advisory board with families and local leaders to contribute to school planning. Some of the action steps that we will take will be to create diverse workshops. We'll also invite guest speakers and canvass families to identify the activities that they enjoy. We'll plan events to appreciate and recognize individuals in the community as well. Some of the evidence we'll use is attendance from these events. We'll also be sending out thank you cards to participants, and we will work to revise school policies and action plans that include families. We'll monitor this by spotlighting family and community events and also establishing a feedback process with families, students, and the school to influence future events. The timeline for our third plan is also ongoing. So here we have a pretty comprehensive improvement plan as well as 3 focus areas. These actions are what we plan to overgo over the next couple of months to make our school a better place to meet the needs of all of our students. In addition to that, we hope that some of the steps and items outlined in this plan will help us to change in the future and become a better school for all students. Thank you.